there's really big social justice inequalities that are affecting basically the community, Filipino community, the Asian community as a whole. So it was then that I started to look back and started to see all the discoveries that it was interrelated to the areas of immigration and how it has impacted those that are coming here to the United States. That is staying with me forever. That's something I cannot just take, that I can't gain from the outside world, but it was really going into the organization to know that there are some issues that are really deep.
So I actually heard about Afire when planning to go to a May Day rally. And so May Day is for Migrant and International Workers Day rights. So knowing that Afire was going to be there in support for trying to pass comprehensive immigration reform, I was really shocked to even find a Filipino community organization even present at these rallies. So from organizing in general.
I hope to empower young Filipino Americans to not only develop and form their own Filipino American identity, but also to get them more involved in the community too. I want them to be able to hear the stories and experiences of others, be able to share their own experiences and stories, and use that as a catalyst into something more powerful. And I think Afire is the perfect space for young people to do exactly that.
I really hope that through our activism, our community members feel empowered and that we find solutions for ourselves in a creative way to really find equity and justice. I really hope that our activism is centered in humanity and care, and that as a community we are together and we don't leave anyone behind.
I want to be able to actually help empower those that do not have a voice. That is not just limited to the immigrant community, which is the Filipinos right now that we're helping with, but it's also really standing up for those that are experiencing injustice in some sort of their lives, from women to children, basically from immigrants as well too, that sometimes do not even know who they need to go to as far as resources are concerned.
One incident that happened is that what they're complaining to me is about their employers, that they are actually abusing her. What kind of abuse? First of all, her working hours is longer from the time that they negotiate, like 8 to 5. She works 8 to 8 in the evening, and those 3 hours are not being paid. Second is they pay them every 2 weeks, not consistent, or every 3 weeks, or sometimes every week. So the tendency of the caregiver is waiting, and those unpaid hours are not being paid. So that's the 3 abuse that there. So since she'd been working for almost like 3 years with them, she's not just saying anything because she's afraid to be fired. And also, she's not yet a citizen, so she just wanna have an income. But still, she is been complaining already that this had been going on for a long years for her. So, as a person that she was telling me, I feel sad about it because I am also a caregiver, and I feel what she felt. So now I'm trying to really ask a support from the legislator that the Bill of Rights of the domestic workers should be passed, because this is a must to all the caregivers.
No work, no pay, particularly when employer and families goes on vacation or when sick employer go to hospitals for treatment. A caregiver just like you cannot find work for 3 days just to fill in for a week or two. But we caregivers have our life just like you. We have to go on. We have to eat. We have to pay our rent, our bills. But if we are not paid, what will happen to us? We have to support our families. And we cannot live in dignity. We are depending on our income. And we are asking our elected officials to support the Domestic Workers Bill of Rights. We want change. What do we want?
Domestic Workers Bill of Rights!
When do we want it?
Now!
Okay. So, we are child caregivers, senior caregivers, house cleaners, housekeepers, cooks, couples, working for families, etc. But we want for fair labor treatment. We want to live with dignity and respect, and most of all, we want recognition for our contribution to society. Support the Illinois Domestic Workers Bill of Rights. Thank you.
I feel like so sad about the situation that I cannot do anything, but since I know that there is an Afire that would help out and we could express our rights being a domestic worker. So I think this is the answer that we need to really address the issue to the legislator to really help us out in this kind of situation. I'm really passionate about to be approved by the legislator is that first of all, it is for the benefit of the domestic helpers. Second, you help us out to be more upfront and then supporting or taking good care of any kind of work as a domestic helper. We can deliver exactly and satisfied with the benefits that we are asking for. And of course, definitely, the best thing there is we're gonna be happy, comfortable working, and so everybody is happy. Like the employer and the caregiver as well are both benefited, and this is, I think, the best way that we need to really pass the Bill of Rights, because this will be the #1 in Illinois, the greatest that will be appreciated by each and every one as a caregiver. So I'm with it. So thank you, and we're looking forward